to an opposition. As Samantha told you, slight correction. It did not happen last year. In 2020, I was invited to speak in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, in a fundraiser for the largest component of the opposition coalition. Surprisingly, 2 months after that, there was a snap election and it became the government. Unexpected, they overthrew the ruling party of 60 years. And so now, 6 years later, the coalition opposition in Parliament is still in power. I've never seen or spoken with so many media video cameras, I think about 10 looking at me, and so many mics from the media. Today, I will speak on governance, democracy, growth, policy lessons from the Singapore model. You know why governments like to invite me to speak? And perhaps that was why the Malaysian opposition asked me to speak. Because here's what I always say. A government, or perhaps for the matter an opposition, that can adapt the Singapore model well, may get to stay in power forever. Because if you have consistent economic and social development for the people, they will always work for you. Look at the Singapore political history and experience. The same ruling party in power for 60 years since independence in 1965. Today, they have 90% of the seats in Parliament. In the last election, they won 67% of the votes. But let me say this. In my view, arguably, it's not good for democracy to have one party overly dominant for too long. Because, as history will show you, extreme success breeds complacency. Yesterday, I delivered a lecture at Kusum. The Singapore economic success and anti-corruption model can be adapted to Nepal. I must say, in the over 40 countries that I've spoken at, the Nepalis are the most hardworking. I've never been asked to deliver a lecture at 7 a.m. in the morning yesterday. And never before, as I have spoken in many universities around the world, have I been asked after my lecture, Mr. Leong, is it possible for you to come back on Saturday morning and deliver another lecture? And what would you like to speak on? I said, oh, okay. So this Saturday I'm going back to Kusum to speak on the AI tsunami is coming. What should you do? I'm going to read this to you. Lessons for governance. In politics, governance is the overall process of decision-making and how a society's affairs, authority, and public resources are managed. It encompasses the formal institutions of the state, like the government and judiciary, as well as informal networks involving civil society and the private sector. And the source is the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Let me sum up this long paragraph. Governance is doing good for the people. Doing it not for only some of the people, but if possible,